In 2021, we began traveling the world full time. Now, we are now in our 91st country, and we've worked hard to perfect our packing techniques. We're active travelers, meaning we change locations about once a week. So packing well is very important to us.
So today we're going to remind you of our 5 packing principles, talk about what's in our packs, mention some recent changes, and answer many of the questions that we've gotten over the years.
And just know we aren't here to recommend a bunch of useless products. We only want you to learn from our experience and pack your bags better, whether you're rolling your bag or carrying it. And be sure to stay to the end because we got some good stuff for you today. So let's go.
We're John and Bev, and we are the Retirement Travelers.
If you've just found us, we are senior travelers who are on a full-time journey around the world. We created a travel school series to help you become savvy travelers. Now, this is the 5th lesson, so head over to our website and check out the others. It's at retirementtravelers.com. We also have a travel store on our site, so you can find many of these products easily.
If you wonder where we are in the world as we travel, we keep our location updated on Instagram. Now, we're currently in Kochi, India, and we're heading to Sri Lanka, and in a few weeks, we'll be off to Africa.
As we travel, we are in a constant state of perfecting our systems. We've tried lots of different packing methods. We've rolled our clothes, we've stacked our clothes, we've used packing cubes, and we've used no cubes.
We've carried hiking backpacks and we've carried travel backpacks. We've tried Osprey, Kelty, Eastern Mountain, and Peak Design packs. We've used the Away bigger carry-ons along with their companion day packs. We've done carry-on only and we've checked our bags as well. I think we've pretty much done it all.
Probably the most embarrassing thing we've done since traveling full time is to convince ourselves to bring a huge, it's okay, baby, a huge roller suitcase with us because, well, we were going to be gone a very long time. Now, midway through our first big leg, we ditched them, grabbed our backpacks again, and boy, has it made all the difference.
Yeah, obviously there are many, many ways of packing, just like there are many ways to travel. But we've developed several principles that work for us in our active travel lifestyle, and we think they could work for you. I mean, no matter what your age or your style of travel. Now, we've spoken about these principles in a previous video, but let's review them quickly here.
The first and most important principle for active travelers is only your feet touch the ground. Now, we are big believers in carrying a backpack if you can. Now, initially, you'll feel like a hitchhiker on the side of the road, but you get over that feeling pretty quickly and you realize that you're able to move around easier than when you're dragging a roller bag behind you. We're always climbing broken escalators, hopping on trains, walking to our hotels, walking up and down hills and stairs. And now all of this is easier when you have a backpack that is fitted properly, not overpacked, and worn correctly.
Our second principle of good packing for active travel is to pack for only 1 week. If you pack a week's worth of clothes, you wear your things and you wash them. You don't pack for every scenario, okay? You pack for practical experiences and not for all the what ifs. We're not going to fancy banquets or formal affairs, and really, nobody cares what you wears.
The third principle for active travel is get over your stuff. Now, we're talking about the things you think you need for a journey. Things you think you can't live without, like several pairs of shoes, lots of cosmetics, and all of those useless travel gadgets. Really, carry what works and is useful and ditch the rest.
The next principle for us in our active travel is to be very organized. Now, we use packing cubes and we roll our clothes. We think through every system from how we organize travel details to how we manage our charging station. We know that being organized eliminates a lot of frustration on the road. The better you pack, the easier it is to pack back up and move on down the road. It's about function and purpose and being light on your feet.
The last principle of active travel is to buy high-quality items that are fast drying. Since we own so little, the cost of a high-quality item is not as concerning to us as it was when we had a closet full of clothes. Yes, our raincoats cost $300, but we're expecting them to outlast us, and we plan on being here a very long time. Having fast drying clothes makes it no problem when we need to wash in the sink. And can we just say, we see people wash their clothes in rivers and streams, so washing in a nice clean hotel room is no big deal.
And recently, someone asked us about becoming bored by our t-shirts. And I thought to myself, we travel to the most incredible places on earth. Boredom is never something we encounter. You know, our shirts are a conversation starter, and I bet we've met 500 people that we would have never met without wearing them. You know, people either want to retire or they want to travel.
Or they want to join the Retirement Travelers Club. They think we're part of a group.
And we are. So let me say, thank you all for joining our group of travel enthusiasts. We really appreciate all of you who have subscribed and root us on. We're getting so many nice comments about our travel school, so thank you.
So let's talk packing. One of the biggest group of items and the thing we carry that weighs us down is camera and computer equipment. We weighed all of our packs to see what they weigh. I have 23 pounds in my big pack and 15 pounds in my small one. My bigger one comes to about 16% of my body weight. John has 26 pounds in his big pack and 16 pounds in the small one. His big pack is about 14% of his body weight. Altogether, we have 80 pounds, which is more than we'd really like, but we carry camera equipment.
You know, most of our camera equipment and electronics are in our small bags. Our larger bags are just our clothes and stuff with no electronics. You know, the experts recommend that you carry no more than 20% of your body weight in a backpack. You know, we think 15% makes more sense for travelers, you know, our age of 29.
Now, if we took no gear, we'd be in this range, and we think our packs would always feel light and manageable. My computer is very heavy, so when we have a long way to walk, John grabs my small pack and carries it on one shoulder and puts his over the other shoulder. While his big pack is 14% of his body weight, once he has both of the smaller ones and his big pack, it comes to about 30% of his body weight.
Okay, for me, I just look at this as a form of exercise. I'm a long distance runner, so I simply treat this as a way to build leg strength. You know, we want to be traveling like this up into our 80s, and carrying our stuff just makes good sense to us. And we know that people who do physical work live longer than people that are used to a comfy lifestyle. So we look at it as a great opportunity to build muscle mass and make us stronger as we age.
So let's get going on some of the biggest questions we get. First of all, what packs do you carry?
Both of our packs are Ospreys. You know, we have the Farpoint and the Fairview, the men's and women's versions. You know, these are combination packs that have a large main pack and a detachable day pack. They are 55 liters combined. Now, we don't attach them very often because we have to manage the tech equipment in airports, so we carry these like we said. You know, they can be attached to the back or carried on the front as well.
Now, this is the newly designed pack. They are just a few inches shorter than the previous versions. Now, they're a bit wider also. We like the new design very much, and we've never had trouble fitting them into the overhead. I would say without the day pack, the bigger pack is more like carrying a 40-liter. Now, the newer design has many upgrades, and we like all of them. Our day pack is bigger and has bigger pockets.
Yeah, some awesome design changes by Osprey.
Are your backpacks carry-on size?
Yes, you know, for the most part. Now, the only time we have an issue is when we're on a smaller planes. Some Asian airlines limit us to 7 kilograms, which is about 15.4 pounds, so we must check. Okay, we've never had an issue carrying on with the major airlines, and our detachable day pack is simply our personal item.
Since you move so much, do you dread travel days? No, not at all. Travel days are our favorite days. I mean, there's just something about the anticipation that we have to see a new place, and that's just really exciting to us. Going through airports and train stations are fun for us. Now, we have organized packs, and the process takes very little time to gather it all and pack it all up, so it's really not an issue for us.
I have a bad back and can't carry a backpack. What do you recommend? You know, first, we get it, okay? Not everyone can carry a backpack, and many people just don't want to carry a backpack. So our advice is to, take more taxis and do more door-to-door service. The point is still get out there and see the world. And if you can only roll a suitcase, just plan accordingly. We see so many people struggle with suitcases on broken escalators or inability to lift them onto trains or overhead bins. I often help people lift a bag, and if you need help, there are nice people out there that will help you. Just ask.
Now, the best thing you can do in this situation is to pack light. Now, just because you're rolling doesn't mean you shouldn't pack light, and make it as manageable as possible. If they don't smile at you after they've helped you, it means you've overpacked. So be kind to your helpers. So a good starting point is to stick to a carry-on size only. It will help you limit your weight. I think it's very rude to ask for help and with a bag and that is clearly overweight and is a danger for someone to lift it, especially overhead.
What brand of shoes do you wear? We both wear Hoka running shoes for our main shoe. We love Hokas and they are just so comfortable. We've heard that Hokas are also the most popular shoe for nurses, so that should tell you something. And I only run in Hokas. Now we also carry, shoes that double as beach shoes and dress up. Dress up, okay? Bev has Rothy flats and I have Allbirds slip-ons.
What brand of clothing do you like? Now we have several items that are Patagonia. My shorts, John's pullover sweater, and my zippered sweater. They also make the best fast drying tees, and we carry these in long sleeve. John wears Dunning shorts and pants. Now these are a high-end golf pant that stretches very well, and he loves them, don't you?
I love them.
He's worn cool pants in the past, but he really loves Dunning more because they are lightweight and quick drying. Now, we like Arc'teryx for outdoor wear. We like Features and Bombas for socks and Ex Officio for underwear. My dress is Adventura.
And our shirts, of course, are Priceless Designer.
What are your tips for finding packing cubes?
Well, first, we have the Tripped brand on our website. We like them a lot. They are very lightweight. They come in a variety of colors, and they have held up very, very well. We have the extra large size, and we've found that 4 of these fit very well on our packs. We use a smaller one for our cords and batteries, but we really do love their products.
How do you wash your clothes? We used to only book Airbnbs with washers, but since we've been staying in hotels, we do our laundry at self-service laundries or we have it done at drop-off laundries. Just Google this and make a note of it when you're in the planning stage. If we can't find one, we wash in the sink. Now we carry our own detergent, so it's really no big deal.
Do you ever have problems going through security? Yes. Now we have found that some countries just seem to be a little more diligent than others. In the US, the rule is if a tool is less than 6 inches, you can take it on if it's not a knife or scissors. But in India, if you have any size Allen wrench, they will take it. We had these teeny tiny little Allen wrenches that we needed for our cameras, and they took them.
Now in Lithuania, they took a bar of shaving soap. They told us that it was no good.
No good.
That's exactly how he said it too. Now it was a solid, so we think that they were just looking for something. I've had my power strip taken in Dubai once.
In Latvia last year, Bev's contact solution was rejected, but they allowed us to go buy bottles and transfer them into little ones. They told us that we could have had the big bottle if we had a letter from our eye doctor, so keep that in mind if you have something that you need. Bev had just run out of her small bottle and we just couldn't find the right size.
If we know ahead of time that we might have an issue, we check a bag. Now in India, we had to check because of the weight, and we were glad we did because we don't think that our toiletry bags would have fared very well.
What about medications? We carry prescription drugs and supplements for the entire leg, and sometimes we buy prescription drugs while we're on the road. We recently stocked up in India for Eliquis, my blood thinner, and Imitrex, which Bev takes for migraines.
Yeah, we usually take all of these out of the packaging and put them into a Ziploc bag. And so far, we've never been stopped or asked about our medications. Now, we don't carry any narcotics or scheduled drugs, mostly just cholesterol medications and blood thinners. And, this time we're pretty loaded down with malaria meds because we're heading to Africa.
What products do you have trouble finding while you travel? The biggest thing we have trouble with is sunscreen. Now, you can get sunscreen everywhere, but it's hard to find the right size for planes. We also want reef-safe sunscreen, and we look for one that won't stain our beautiful white t-shirts. So we carry a sunscreen with us. We love a brand called Jacket, and we have this on our website as well. We also carry bug repellent, and this time we are going to Africa and there is malaria, so we do not want to risk that. So these are two things we carry with us.
Yeah, overall, most brands are easy to find as we travel. We never have trouble finding toothpaste or things like that. Now, we struggle with over-the-counter medications because they don't do all of the things that our brands back home do. We're often expected to accept something that we know won't do the trick. But if we have a cold or whatever, we like having the brand that we trust. So we carry a variety of items for situations like that.
What makeup does Bev carry?
Oh my goodness, this is a surprisingly common question. I don't carry anything but some eyeshadow and mascara. I have a small tube of lotion and I replace it as needed. Now, name brand lotions and cosmetics are available in every country we've traveled to. I think it's my age, but I've learned not to care so much about what makeup I wear. We have so much more going on in our lives that looking cute is not always high on my agenda. So for me, I throw on a hat and I'm pretty much done for the day.
And just a note, I don't carry any makeup either. Solidarity, baby.
Do you have any items that aren't typical?
We always carry Ziploc freezer bags. They are so versatile. We carry a few gallon ones and a few quarts.
Yeah, we also carry Sea to Summit grocery bags. Now, these are versatile too. We use them all the time and they have lasted for 3 years, so we highly recommend them.
We carry True Earth laundry detergent. Now, these are the biodegradable strips that work great. We do have a few Shout wipes as well, because our white t-shirts don't cover up all of my messiness.
No, they don't. We also use Apple AirTags to track our bags if we've checked them. Now, when we wait at the carousel, we watch the app to make sure that it has arrived, and we can usually see it as it starts its journey to the belt. It just gives us another added layer of security.
And we use Sea to Summit dry sacks, and we highly recommend these as well. If you have a spill during a flight, you can be assured that your entire pack isn't wet when you land. Now, this has saved us a few times.
Yeah. We also recommend the Sea to Summit neck pillow. Now, this is the best out there.
Right now, I'm wishing we had a roll of black electrical tape to cover up all these little lights that they have in the hotel rooms. It's like the TV or the phone or something always needs to be covered.
Is there anything that you would like to have in your packs that you just don't have room for?
Yes, water shoes. They're just a little bit too heavy and we've left them out. What camera gear do you bring?
We've tried every setup for our camera equipment, but this year we're trying an abbreviated version. Since iPhone 15s are so wonderful, we've decided to ditch our large cameras and shoot on our phones as much as possible. We also carry 2 GoPros. We have a Insta360 and a small drone. We also have the Peak Design graphite tripod. We have DJI microphones and 2 Apple MacBooks for editing and writing. And we both have earbuds and a power bank. Now, this was a big decision to make because we're heading to Africa and we didn't want to get this wrong. So we really wanted to think it out, but I think we're pretty confident that we made the right decision.
Fingers crossed. Anything else?
Yes. Be mindful that many countries require you to remove everything that is in your electronics, carry-on. And these belts require you to manage 3 or 4 trays at once. They're often very hectic, so the less you have to deal with, the better. John wears a TSA-approved belt, and he has never had to remove it. So when we go through security, that's a big help to us.
And I try to send Bev through first so she can start collecting everything in the chaos. Now,
it's chaotic.
In India, they screen the men and women through different areas and different belts. So we've had to manage our stuff alone. We do the best we can, but one of us always gets our bags sent through multiple times. Just keep your cool and know you're never going to win an argument when they try to take your things.
What is in your packs? So let's talk about that. This has changed recently. Last year, we packed a few warmer items because we were in Scandinavia. And this year, we anticipate only warm weather. So we've removed our puffer jackets and our cold weather items. Now, we didn't bring snorkeling gear on this leg, but we probably will when we go to Asia in the fall because we're going to do some island hopping.
So this is our list of clothes. I have 7 designer t-shirts, 7 shorts, 2 long pants, 1 set of jammies, 1 hat, 1 golf shirt, 1 raincoat, 1 sweater, 7 socks and underwear, 1 long sleeve tee, 1 swim trunk, 2 running shorts and tops, 1 pair of compression socks, 1 slip-on pair of shoes, 1 pair of running shoes, 1 running hat, a belt, a wallet, and an extremely fashionable fanny pack.
I have 7 shirts, 4 shorts, 2 pants, 1 PJ, 1 hat, 1 dress, 1 raincoat, 1 sweater, 7 socks and underwear, 1 long sleeve tee, 1 legging, 1 swimsuit, 1 swim short, 1 cover up, 1 pair of flats, 1 hip pack, 1 wallet, and 1 pair of running shoes.
We have posted the entire packing list on our website, so click the link below in the description to see everything we bring with us.
In a recent video, we went over our charging system, and we thought we'd show this clip again. It really changed how we're packing and consolidating our electronics. Even if you aren't carrying a lot of gear, it's still helpful. So here it is.
The first item you need is a universal plug adapter. Any plug adapter will work. For us, we prefer this block system. It works great, but there are others out there that give you universal options.
The second piece we use is a power strip. We use this because hotels around the world have plugs that are used so often that they have loose connections, and your plug can fall out of the wall if you are connecting both a converter and a charger to the outlet. This was very frustrating to us.
We searched long and hard for this power strip because we need a small one. We only need one that accommodates 2 plugs, and you'll see why in a moment. This one has an extra wide space between the two, and the cord wraps up and away, making for a condensed unit. The importance of having a strip is that the chargers can sit flat on the ground, preventing them from falling off the wall.
The third piece you need is a charger, a high-speed charger like this one. This is the Anker 747, and it is fast enough to charge 2 laptops at the same time. This charger has a place for 4 cords, 3 C plugs, and a USB plug. Most other ones we found all have USB only.
So what you do with all your electronics is set aside those charging blocks that come with it. We don't have them, and you don't need these things.
This charging block cost about $110, but it is well worth it. It's safe for MacBooks and it's convenient. It charges everything fast. We throw everything into a dedicated packing cube, and we each keep up with our own electronics.
Like we said, this is a system that was developed over many years and many mishaps. We hope it helps you travel better and smarter. So that's what's in our packs. We hope this video has helped you plan for your own trip around the world. Let us know if you have any questions in the comments below.
And we'll see you next time.
Be sure to hit subscribe and follow along on our retirement journey around the world.